welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Violet Voss Oh Snap eyeshadow palette. If you do want to see a review and a demo, please keep watching. This eyeshadow palette retails for $18 at Sephora, and I purchased mine during the Sephora VIB sale. I paid $15.30 for this eyeshadow palette. I've never tried anything out from Violet Voss, so hopefully this is a great eyeshadow palette. I do want to read a little bit about this eyeshadow palette. It does say a fun-sized palette with 10 pans of neutral to bold shades and ultra addicting formulas, free of sulfates, SLS, and SLES, parabens, and phthalates. This must-have palette features a variety of 10 richly pigment mattes, creamy foils, magical metallics, and satin sheens. The perfect size for travel or pop into your handbag with so much color and fun in the palm of your hand. The carefully curated shades let you create perfect day to night looks. Let's see what this eyeshadow palette is all about. This is what the packaging looks like. It says Oh Snap on it, and then on the back you have cute little peppermints. There aren't any names on the back. Not sure if this eyeshadow palette does have any names. Let's open this up. It says Oh Snap again here at the top, and then on the bottom you have some of the ingredients. Here's what the actual eyeshadow palette looks like. Again, we do have the peppermints on the back. I gave you guys a sneak peek of what this eyeshadow palette looked like during my Sephora VIB sale haul. Here is what the actual eyeshadow palette looks like. I love that this eyeshadow palette comes with a mirror, which is very helpful. We're just going to fold the mirror back, that way I'm not blinding you guys. This eyeshadow palette, it doesn't have any name. I'm just going to start with the first one here. Very soft and buttery in the pan. Here's what that shadow looks like. Very pigmented with one swipe. Let's see what the second shadow swatch is like. Here's what that one looks like. Wow, look how pigmented that metallic shade is. Blend it out a little bit. That is a gorgeous shadow. Let's see what the next one looks like. Again, very buttery in the pan. Here's what that shadow looks like. Beautiful gold shadow. The next shade looks like a bronzy shadow, while the other one was a coppery shade. Here's what that shadow looks like. Here's what that bronze looks like. Very pigmented. What the last shade in the top row looks like. So smooth in the pan, and this is a matte shadow. Here's what the matte shade looks like. This would be a great transition shadow. This shade is not as pigmented as the other, so I do want to build it up. Subtle, it could be a great transition shade. Now we're going to start with the first shade on the bottom row. Buttery again in the pan. Here's what that shade looks like. This shade is a matte shade. It's a nice tangerine shadow. I do want to build it up. That looks a little bit better. Let's see what this cranberry shade swatch is like. Not as buttery in the pan. Here's what the cranberry shade looks like. Richly pigmented, which I love. Let's see what the next shade looks like. Again, a little bit scratchy in the pan. Here's what that metallic red looks like. For some reason, the metallic red is turning into like a bright pinky shadow. I'm not sure if you guys notice that, but I do notice that in person. Let's see what this burgundy shadow swatch is like. Again, a little bit scratchy in the pan. Here's what that burgundy shade looks like. The burgundy shade is not as pigmented, so I do want to build it up. Here's that burgundy shade. That shade in the palette is this matte black shadow. Here's what that looks like. Hopefully the matte shadow is pigmented. I do want to build up the matte black. It's a little bit better. Here we have all 10 shades swatched on the back of my hand. Now we're going to create a look using this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be taking a fluffy crease brush. I'm going to tap into this brown shadow here. This is going to be my transition shade. I'm going to be using that all over the crease. I love how that shade blended out all over my crease. I'm going to swap my brush for a flat brush. I'm going to be dipping into this orangey tangerine shadow. We're going to be applying that all over the lid. I love how these shades blended very well together. I had minimal fallout. I'm going to be using the same flat brush. I'm going to be dipping into the shade above that. I'm going to be applying that all over our lid. I'm just going to be taking that shade and applying it right below the tangerine. That way we can have that gradient of color. I don't want to cover up the orange shadow completely, so do you guys see how I have it there just a little bit, and then I have the other shadow applied here. So here I have the orange shadow completely. Again, just taking a little bit of that red shadow. We're going to be applying it right underneath. This shadow looks so different when you apply it to the eyes. It's not the same shade in the pan, which is so interesting to me. The matte shadows look so good so far. Now I do want to play with the metallics. Using my finger, I'm going to dip into this coppery shadow. I just want to place that shadow in the center of my lid. I don't want to apply it all over the lid because I do want to show the rest of the shadows. I am getting a little bit of fallout with this metallic shadow. It's so pigmented. Here's what the metallic coppery shadow looks like. I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to add mascara and a lip, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. For mascara, I went in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I used about 2 layers. The liquid lip that I currently have on is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Chrome Rose Gold. I reviewed her holiday liquid lip collection. If you guys have not seen that video, I will link it right over here in the cards. I do want to add one more eyeshadow from this palette. It's going to be this golden shadow. I'm going to be applying that in my inner corner. Here's how everything looks like. Overall, my final thoughts on the Oh Snap eyeshadow palette is that I like it. I'm not completely obsessed with it. I like the shades in this eyeshadow palette. They're wearable, they're great for holiday. I don't see myself gravitating towards this eyeshadow palette. These are the colors that I normally won't use on a daily basis. I really did enjoy this eyeshadow palette. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.